I heard Joe Rogan tonight basically saying that Opie and Anthony's what got him into podcasting.
Good for Joe Rogan. But when I needed you, Joe, where were you, Joe? Good for you, Joe Rogan. Oh, he can go F himself too. I needed him one time. Put him on my show a million times when he was coming up, when he was developing everything. And he's great at what he does, and he deserves all the money. That goes without saying. But he can go F himself, because the one time I needed him, he blew me off. But now he continues to say that we're the reason why he's doing so well with his thing. Go F yourself, Joe Rogan.
He was interviewing some guy that from Kansas City that went to Rockhurst here that does souped up cars.
All right.
Hennessy Motors or whatever.
Yeah.
And I asked him, what made you get into podcasting? He said it was radio. It was Opie and Anthony.
Oh, good for him.
He said he'd come off your show and he said that was so much fun. I just cannot believe it. That was a blast.
Good for him. Great. But when I was starting my podcast, when I got kicked to the curb with a box of my stuff, and it had a little plant in it, Joe Rogan, I needed to reinvent myself. Where were you then, Joe? Go F yourself. But he's good at what he does, you know. Yeah. I'm not trolling, but
I don't care about all the MMA stuff, but every once in a while he has a decent guest.
Now, some of the conspiracy stuff is fun. Him trying to figure out the pyramids is kind of fun. You know, the pyramids. If we could figure out the pyramids, we could really figure out the history of Earth. Because the history of Earth, how they told me, I don't believe any of that crap. I think there were advanced civilizations way before our current advanced civilization. Now they're saying that the pyramids may have had like electricity. Can you imagine?
No.
and it was electricity that was just in the air. You know, a lot of people, I think Tesla also believed that electricity could be free, that it's just in the air, and that you could hone that and power all your shit with it. And then you wouldn't have to pay the man. But F Joe Rogan. Hey, Joe, remember the time I needed you? One time. One lousy hour would have done wonders for the kid. And what did you do, Joe? You blew me off.
You got to go to Austin.
Oh, but Opie and Anthony are the reason why. Oh, shut up. I'm done with that crap. He's on guest number, I don't know, 8,900. And he hasn't had me on since the very early days of his thing, when he didn't have the big numbers yet.